নমস্কাৰ অসমৰ প্ৰথমটো ল চেনেল অল থিংছ লিগেললৈ আপোনালোকক স্বাগতম জনাইছোঁ আমাৰ উদ্দেশ্য হৈছে ইউটিউবৰ মাধ্যমেৰে আইন শিক্ষা অসমৰ ছাত্ৰ ছাত্ৰীৰ বাবে সহজ কৰি তোলা Today we have come up with an important topic of legal studies. No matter if you are a law college student or preparing for competitive exams like CLET, UGC NET, Judicial Service, you will always find at least 4 to 5 questions on legal maxims. We have come up with part 1 of the video. This part will have 10 legal maxims starting from the alphabet A. We have covered only those maxims which are important from your examination point of view. If you find the content useful and wish that we make more videos in this topic, please say it in the comment box. So, let's begin. What do you actually understand by legal maxim? Well, legal maxims are nothing but an established principle or proposition of law. They are mostly variant from Latin and are concise form of a big definition. Let us now see the legal maxims one by one. Number 1. Ab initio, from the beginning. Adire pora. Meaning of ab in Latin is from and initio is from the starting point. For example, the contract with a minor is void ab initio. As provided in Section 10 of the Indian Contract Act, the parties must be of the age of majority to form a contract, and thus a contract with a minor is invalid or void ab initio, that is void from its inception. Number 2, ab extra, from outside or bahiror pora. Meaning of ab extra is something which is done beyond the power of jurisdiction. An example sentence will make it more clear. Sometimes I wonder that this country is control ab extra. Suppose X is a boss of a particular company, and the employees feel that he is not running the company, but rather the company is being run ab extra, that is from the outside. Number 3, actus non facitrium nisi mensitria, which means an act does not make a man guilty unless there is a criminal intent. The meaning of actus is the wrongful act, and mens rea means a guilty mind. So, for an act to be illegal in nature, it must be done with a guilty mind. The maxim establishes the differences between intentional and unintentional criminal act so that the quantum of punishment can be decided accordingly. The maxim is also used in Section 14 of the Indian Evidence Act, which indicates that the state of mind or intention are relevant fact in issue. Number 4, ad infinitum, forever without an ending. Sirodinor babe. An example sentence will make it more clear. The registration is for 7 years and it may be renewed ad infinitum, that is, it may be renewed forever. Number 5, animo furandi, which means with an intention of stealing. Churi korar uddeshyo thoka. It is often used in the context of theft. It means that the thief must take away the property with an intention to steal. An example will make it more clear. If Y, a taxi driver, accepts counterfeit coin without knowing that it was counterfeited, Y has no animus furandi, that is, he has no intention of stealing. But if Y knows that it is counterfeited and still takes it, he has animus furandi here. Number 6, animo testandi, with an intention of making a will. Ichhapotra bonuar uddeshyo thoka. It means that one who has intention of making will. If there was no intention, there can be no will. For example, an idiot or a retard cannot make a will because he do not have the basic understanding and intention of making a will. Number 7, amicus curiae, which means friend of the court. Amicus word to amicable wordৰ পৰা আহিছে. Amicable wordৰ অৰ্থটো হৈছে বন্ধু ভাৱাপন্ন. Amicus curiae is someone who assists the court by furnishing information or advice regarding question of law and fact. He is not a party to a lawsuit, nor he is interested in the lawsuit. Rather, he works on the direction of the court and aids the court in its proceedings. Number 8. Abundans cautela non nocet. Abundant caution does not do any harm. Suppose in a petition or a written statement, the petitioner or the respondent uses too much explanation or superfluous words to explain his case or put his point. While presenting an evidence or suit, it is held to be valid because law says that too much caution does not do any harm to the suit. Number 9. Actio personalis moritur cum persona, which means a personal action dies with the person. So there are some legal causes of action that can no longer be brought after a person dies. For example, contracts which are of personal nature like promise to marry. An example will make it more clear. If X makes a contract with Y to get married, then the contract will be invalid if X dies before marrying Y. Number 10 and the last one, acteri incumbent onus probandi, which means the burden of proof lies on the plaintiff. মূল কথা প্ৰমাণ কৰাৰ দায়িত্ব বাদীৰ ওপৰতে আছে. So the general principle is that a party who brings up a particular issue is the one who has burden of proof. So if I raise a complaint that certain act was committed against me, then I have to prove that the other person is guilty. So today we have done 10 legal maxims. I hope you understood the meaning as well as the explanations provided. আশা কৰোঁ আপোনালোকে এই ভিডিঅ'টো ভাল পালে আৰু লিগেল মেক্সিম লৈ যদি কিবা ডাউট আছে আপোনালোকে কমেণ্ট বক্সত সুধিব পাৰে আমি নিশ্চয় আপোনালোকক সহায় কৰিম ধন্যবাদ আৰু আমাৰ ভিডিঅ' যদি আপোনালোকে ভাল পাইছে চেনেলটো প্লিজ সাবস্ক্ৰাইব কৰিব আপোনালোকৰ কনষ্ট্ৰাক্টিভ ফিডবেকে আমাক চেনেলটো আগুৱাই লৈ যাবলৈ সহায় কৰিব